Hey guys, it's your boy Jaminator and I'm back again with another video. In this video I'm going to be showing off in the new Pokemon Scarlet and Violet games how to catch a shiny Dratini. And this is my method of catching a shiny Dratini. I've tried and tested this a few times and I'm having quite a lot of success with it, so I'll just show you. These are some shiny Dratinis I've found. I've got 3 of them, and these are all from this same spot and within 2 attempts. So within an hour, I've gotten 3 of them. So I'm going to show you how to do it and the requirements you need in order to get everything ready before you start shiny hunting this Dratini. First of all, you're going to need to have completed the game up to the point, the story of the game up until the point where you can do 5 and 6 star raids, so you can start collecting herba mysticas. And you also need to progress the game as far enough where you can find this spot here in the East Province. It's Fury Falls, and you should be able to fly here if you've been here once. Now if I was to fly here on the map, I'll show you how to get to the Dratini spot. So there's a lot of Pokemon spawned here. It's a little bit annoying because I was here for a while before I set the video up, so they've had some time to spawn. But what you want to do is head south towards the waterfall and just find your way up on this cliff here and climb all the way to the top of this cliff. And then keep climbing up. You see some more cliffs. This is just on the south of where you fly. Just climb all the way to the top, the highest point you can get. And once you're up here, you can start having a look around. You can see we just came from down there. There's a Pokemon Center on the northern side of this little marshland. Now once you've climbed up to the top of this cliff, you can see this little circular pit. There are some Dratini spawning in here, and there are also some Golduck spawning in here. And the reason why this is the best spot to shiny hunt Dratini is that if you use a sandwich with Dragon Encounter, you'll only spawn Dratini in this spot. So it's really good for shiny hunting Dratini. The other great thing about this place is there's a flat spot just here on this corner, which is the northern pointing side of this this cliff face. I'll show you here. So if you go on the northernmost point and face north, you can see just on this green corner here, you can hop off Koraidon or Miraidon and just stand about here, and you can actually set up a picnic. So this is what we're going to be using for resetting the encounters. You'll notice once the picnic's set up, all the wild Pokemon have disappeared, and then I'll pack the picnic up and the Pokemon start spawning. You can see there's a spawn spot there, here, and there. There's 3 of them. If you stand a bit too far forward, you'll only get this spawn spot here and this one. But if you stand just a little bit further back, you'll start getting this lower left one as well. So just find the sweet spot. So now we've got the sweet spot. We're ready to start shiny hunting. We've got the 3 spawn locations. So what you want to do now is go into options, make sure autosaves are off, and then manually save the game. So what we're going to do here is make a sandwich, and the reason why we've turned autosaves off is that once we make our sandwich and use our valuable herba mysticas, which you've gotten from your raids, if you have not found a Dratini in this method, you're going to have to just reset the game, and because you haven't saved, you'll get your herba mysticas back. You'll just go back to your last save point and you can start again. The reason why I wanted the 3 spawn locations is not because each of them spawn faster, but because we've got a 3rd spawn spot, we can get to the maximum amount of Pokemon that you're allowed to have in your visual range a lot quicker. That way we can get the Pokemon to spawn and then go into picnic straight away once there's no more to spawn. And I found the sweet spot, it's about 15 to 16 Dratinis can actually fit in the screen here. You should be able to press this part of your switch button here and the screen will zoom out a bit. So this will make it a little bit easier for hunting the Dratinis over the cliff because they can crawl underneath your vision range here. So once you got the nice spot here, the vision's all set, make sure your game's saved, you got all the ingredients for your sandwich. Now the other thing you wanted to have done before this is you want to knock out 60 Dratinis. So you can do this by sending out your Pokemon like that, go down there into the pit and knock out 60 of them. It doesn't matter if you've knocked out 60 of those and some Golducks, or if you've knocked out like 60 of them and then you've attacked one and ran away. It literally doesn't matter as long as you've knocked out 60. The combination of knocking out 60 Dratinis and literally anything else will still count. That's going to also increase the chance of finding another shiny Dratini. The other reason why this spot is the best for finding Dratinis is because it's not an outbreak. So you're not relying on RNG for an outbreak to occur before you can even start hunting Dratinis. You can just go straight to this place whenever you want, whenever you've got your ingredients ready, and just start hunting for that shiny Dratini. Alright, so let's give this a go. We're going to save the game. I'm going to give you guys the recipe for the dragon shiny sandwich. I'm getting pretty fast at making these now because I've done this a few times. So let's make our sandwich. You're going to press X on here to go into creative mode. Okay, the first 4 ingredients, we're going to pick tomato, onion, green bell pepper, and a hamburger. And then the last 2 ingredients are 2 avocados. Now avocados means you're going to use dragon type. So you can use this recipe for any other type of Pokemon. And the best part about it is you can use any herba mysticas except for sweet and sour. If you use that specific combination, it'll ruin the recipe. So you can use sweet and salty, or sweet and bitter, or sour and salty, sour and bitter, sour and spicy, literally anything except sweet and sour together. So I might use a bitter and I'm going to use a spicy. So let's use this gold pick for good luck and start building the sandwich. Shouldn't take very long. I like to start with the flattest things first, so I put the tomatoes on like this just so I can do it really quick. Of course, if it's your first time doing this, you might want to take your time. If the ingredients fall off, it's going to ruin the sandwich. So this is another reason why we save before making the sandwich, so you can reset and try again without wasting your herba mysticas if you end up screwing this up. So you can get a second chance at doing this. So now I'm going to put the avocados on. I have found that when you have lots of ingredients, like for example 2 serves of avocados, you can drop 1 or 2 of them and you'll still end up with the same results. It'll be completely fine to drop like 1 or 2 avocados. Just don't drop the hamburger or something else where you have less of them in the recipe. And now I'm going to put the hamburger on the top like that. And then you're just going to stick the bread on like that and the pick goes in. So that didn't take very long at all. Now we've got the sandwich. We should say dragon types on all of the things after he eats it. Yep. Cool. So what we want is sparkling dragon and encounter dragon. There we go, encounter dragon. You can see there, encounter dragon, tidal power dragon, and sparkling dragon, level 3. Cool, I'll just move the screen back up so you guys can see when we get those encounters again. And let's just hop straight into this. So tilt the screen so we get the right view. This is our spot. And now all we have to do is put the picnic away and then wait for these Dratinis to spawn. You can see they start spawning in now. I'm gonna try and get that whole thing in the camera. That's the best I can do. I can put this in the camera like that. Now that looks like about 15 or 16 Dratinis. There's no shiny Dratinis there, so what you're gonna do is press the X button, set up a picnic and reset this. Now you'll notice it usually takes about 10 or 15 seconds for them all to spawn in. So once you get used to this a few times, it shouldn't take very long. Now I'm expecting to find Dratini shiny within 5 or 10 minutes of doing this, but there's a chance that you could do the whole sandwich and you won't find it. I also do not have the shiny charm because I haven't finished the Pokédex. If you have that, it actually increases the encounter rate a bit more. I'm going to set up the picnic again, do that again. See that each time I reset, it takes about 30 seconds for them all to spawn, and then set the picnic up, pack it up. So I can get 30 or so encounters a minute, I'd say. Maybe a bit more if I'm fast enough. We're looking for a pink Dratini. It's very noticeable because this entire place is blue and hues of blue and grey. So when a shiny Dratini spawns, you will notice it. You won't accidentally skip it. So you can spam the Y button when you do set your picnic up to save time. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right, let's set up another picnic. Now, if you want to see how long you have left on your sandwich, if you take the left controller and press the right button here, so the right direction button, the screen will pop up and it'll actually have how long you have left. So I've got 27 minutes remaining on this, which is pretty good. No shiny Dratini yet. Let's set up another picnic. So it's been about 3.5 minutes so far. We would have encountered close to 100 Dratinis so far. With the sandwich odds and all of that, the chance of shiny appearing is 1 in 800 or so. So we still have a good chance of finding one if we continue to just be very speedy through this. Alright, let's set up another picnic. This is a much faster way of hunting shiny Dratini than it is to knock them out one by one. You actually get far more encounters this way because each time you set the picnic up and put it back down, it's actually resetting each individual Dratini you see there. It sends them away and then brings back an entirely new one with a new chance of being shiny. Alright. So it's been about 6.5 minutes so far. Close to 200 or 300 spawns. So once we start getting closer to 500 to 800, we should be closer to the going rate of when we find one. Let's pack that picnic up. So I will leave a list in the description below of how to get prepared for shiny hunting Dratini in this spot, so you don't have to watch the whole video again, just to make it a little bit easier. Shiny Dratini will be a bright pink color, so you wouldn't miss it. They're very stand out. Alright, so we're just coming up to 10 minutes now. We should have passed at least 300 Dratini so far, but I've lost count. We've gone at least over 300, maybe close to 400, possibly even close to 500. So you can see it's quite quick on how many actually spawn it There we go, guys. We finally found it. And that was 13 minutes of shiny hunting. Let's go down and catch it. You can see it stands out quite easily, that pink Dratini, the shiny one. Let's go grab this. Oh, and I love this Pokemon too. Shiny Dratini is awesome. Shiny Dragonair is also pink, and Shiny Dragonite is black, or it's like grey. The easiest way to catch these, use a quick ball, first ball. If you finish the main story as well, you probably get a critical capture like this. But quick ball is also the best chance of catching it first go. So there we go, Shiny Dratini. And I think it's quite fitting for this capture. I think we're gonna name it. We'll send it to the box. Let's put it in the party and have another look. So we still got like another 17 minutes left of our shiny hunt sandwich. I'm gonna end the video here and continue shiny hunting. But let's name this. Alright guys, I'm glad I got to share this content with you. It's a pretty awesome site to get yourself a shiny Pokemon like this. And if you want to go and catch your own Dratini, I wish you the best of luck. Follow my guide and make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Very close to 1,000 subs. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next video.